Hello there guys, Obi-Wan Kenobi here, back with another lightsaber saber build. Right now I've got a SaberForge saber here. This one is with their ASP parts, but custom painted by one Echo 7 Customs. If I remember correctly, I'll have that name in the description, or just flash on the screen real quick so you know exactly who I'm talking about. So Echo 7 Customs did the paint job on this, and then he sold the hilt to me, and I was able to install it, and now I'm trying to sell it myself. So I installed the saber with my own custom one-of-one chassis. I was able to get my hands on a P1S 3D printer not too long ago, and so because of that, I've been able to design, print, and even paint my own chassis, which you'll see here today. This is designed, printed, and painted, installed, all that jazz by me. So that's what I have in store for you guys today. So let's just go ahead and open it up so I can show you guys that. But before I show it up, let me show you the saber itself before I open it up. So you see some engravings there, a bit of Arabesh on the top, the 2-button setup we have going on here. The top, of course, is your activation, red being activation. It's just intuitive, you know. Most lightsabers are like that, so that's what I did with this build today. So that is this, and like I mentioned previously, let's open it up. Pretty simple, just unscrew it, and then we show off the nice static chassis we have going on here. Put that off to the side. Okay, so there's that, and then as you can see, this thing is running a kill switch. It's got the Proffieboard. It's got a nice crystal chamber there, spherical crystal this time. I really like the spherical crystals. A lot of people like to call them like Crate Dragon Pearl crystals, and I like that too. I like that name. It fits perfectly. Reminds me of the good old KOTOR days, you know, getting a Crate Dragon Pearl and using it, putting it inside your crystal, or putting it inside your lightsaber, and making your lightsaber stronger. I always thought that was super cool. So there is that. Let me show off a bit of this paint job here. Rotate this thing. So there is that. Again, did everything myself here. Install, design, paint. I'm quite proud of this one. I've done some other sabers in the past with the P1S, but I have not showed them off today because I wasn't planning on selling those sabers. This one I am planning on selling, so I'm showing it off of the channel. Maybe one day I'll show off the other sabers I've done as well, but for today I'm just showing off this one. So here's this, and then again, here's that kill switch I mentioned previously. Let's go ahead and flip that. So there is the boot up sound, and here is that crystal. Look at that. So we've got green as our first sound font here. And then here is that 10 pixel strip I did not mention previously. Did forget to mention that, but yes, there's a 10 pixel strip right here. Looks very nice, just kind of going forward and back here. And then when we fire it up, you'll notice that that pixel strip starts to speed up. And when I turn it off, it'll start to slow down again. So there is that. And something I do want to mention before I move on to the other sound fonts is this crystal here does have actually 7 small LEDs underneath it instead of just 1. So you can do some really cool, unique animations with it. In fact, let's go ahead and go to a sound font where it really shows that off. Shatterpoint, that's the one. So Shatterpoints, this is a custom CFX, or no, that's right, it's a custom sound font. It's on the CFX by default, so I've put it onto this saber. This is a sound font I use for almost every lightsaber I build. I just slapped this sound font on there. It's a very classic sound. Very classic sounding lightsaber. I really like how it looks. But here is those LEDs I was talking about. So you can see at the very top of my crystal chamber here, that it's like there's like these animation playing almost on the top, and that's because the 7 LEDs projected on the bottom are like shining through the crystal, and then you can see the result on the top of the crystal chamber. Just like that. And it looks pretty sweet, I gotta say. So what it's doing right now, or how the LEDs are set up, is there's 1 in the center, and then there's 6 encircling the 1 in the center. And that's what it's doing. The 1 in the center is just on, and then the 6 around it are just encircling it, and they're playing at different speeds. So you can see at the top there it's slowing down and then speeding up randomly. And yeah, and it looks really beautiful. I love how that looks. And of course, we have a 10 pixel strip at the side. We've got it a nice yellow. It's in a kit scanner motion at the moment. And when I turn it on, it'll flash a nice white. Looks a little blue on camera, but it's white. And then it starts to go into like a pulsing yellow instead. And then the crystal then matches the blade style. So there is that. Speaking of blade styles, let me slap a blade into this thing. I will be right back. Okay, and we're back with the blade inside the saber, and this blade, as you can probably see, is a short blade. This is just a test blade. This thing is configured for a full blade, but I wanted to use a test blade just so I don't have to lug a giant 36-inch blade, you know, over my desk here. So I just have this short blade here to make things easier for me. So in fact, let's fire it up. So purple, just like the crystal, to match. Get some clashes in there. Flashes a nice white, and then you can hold down the aux for a lockup. That won't show up on here because, again, this is a test blade, but it would show up somewhere around here on a regular full-length blade. You'll get some blaster blocks too, of course, and those show up on the 10-pixel strip as well. You'll see it flashes a nice red there. And then again with the lockup, that'll also make the 10-pixel strip a little different. Just like that. Looks really nice. And we can turn it off. So there is that. I'll go ahead and show off a couple more sound fonts. We won't go over all of them, just a few.
Ancient prophecies.
This one's a nice fit for this nice all-black saber here. So we've got some nice red colors going on here. And a nice in and out kind of animation there. And a heartbeat-like pulse for the crystal. Let's fire it up again. There you go, and that was Ancient Prophecies, another CFX default sound font. I really like how that one sounds as well. So there's that, and then one thing I did want to mention, so let's flip the kill switch one more time. Very easy to hit, a bit harder for me to hit with my gloves, but even with the gloves it's not too bad. Something else I wanted to show is, here's the battery. This is a removable battery setup, so you can remove this at any point in time. So let's go ahead and do that. Again, with the gloves, a little more difficult than usual, but get it out just fine. And then there is the battery tray. You see there's some Arbesh. Let's see if I can get it to focus in on that. And if not, oh, there we go. So it's focusing in. And that is also my tag, or my signature, really, I should say, down underneath the tray there. So that says Obi-Wan Kenobi in Arbesh. That looks pretty nice. And then once you're done charging your battery up, do remember that spring side is your negative. Do not put this in backwards. That will fry a lot of the LEDs going on here. So please do not do that. I will say it again. Spring side is your negative, and your negative is the flat bottom here. And this little pointy top here is the positive. So let's go ahead and put that in the right way. Just like that. And you'll notice it didn't turn on because I had the kill switch. And let's flip that. And there you go. We're back to normal, just like that. So that is this saber. In fact, let's go ahead and put everything together here. There you go. And we'll fire it up one more time just so you know what everything works, even when everything's all together. Thank you again, guys, for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I will have more lightsaber videos in the future, so if you like that sort of stuff, go ahead and hit like, hit subscribe so that you can see more of that stuff. And if you like any of my other content as well, feel free to do that as well. Hit like and subscribe anyway. I would really appreciate it. Thank you guys again for tuning in. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.